Flash.
Yeah.
Boom.
That's it.
Quite the intro.
Yeah.
Boom. Dude, thanks for joining the show. I know that you enjoyed one of our finer establishments last night.
I did.
Music venues.
Yeah, the Van Buren.
Yeah. And who did you see?
We saw St. Paul and the Broken Bones.
Were they pretty badass?
It was great.
Yeah.
Very musical.
Yeah.
They had a horn section.
Yeah.
So it was
Nice.
good boogieing.
Yeah. Nice, man. You look like a boogie type of guy.
You know.
Right? You know?
Does the shirt give it away? Is it?
Yeah. There's more. I can see it in the
It affords
streaks.
the opportunity
streaks.
for boogie.
Yes.
Never miss
It's
a
not
chance to
excluded,
boogie.
yeah.
And then we have the fellas from the shop, Dave and Dylan. Thanks for joining, fellas. And
Thanks for having us.
yeah, what do we? We're all here for one. I mean, it's a combined package. We're gonna dig into it, but what is this? What is this in our glasses? And what the hell is that flying over us?
Oh yeah, that's that airplane is going to be in the audio.
No, it doesn't pick up too well. But I just figured I'd point that first one out. So what are
Well-
we drinking, Dave?
Okay, so this has just been super fun from beginning to end, right? So, cross-pollinating different, parts of the industry where it's like,
Yeah.
okay, the basic concept is Brian with Be Fresh does all clothing and apparel.
Yeah.
So he's got all sorts of things to tell you about that, but it's sort of fun when you've got the custom packaging, all the stuff that we're kind of used to doing,
Yep.
and making and celebrating the fun of all that. But then to lever it one step further and say, it's okay, it's not just liquid, but it's all the other accoutrement that comes with it.
Yeah.
And so these guys, you got to check them out. They do some wild designs, but we just started having fun with it from go.
Yeah.
So Mikey had reached out and found these rad visor sunglasses that they make.
Okay.
And at the time, we thought that was like it. They were just a sunglass crew. Well, turns out they got all sorts of different things. We've sort of got introduced to their brand through this one-off project. And then
So she just came across. So Mikey, your wife, just came across the sunglasses somewhere. Brian had guerrilla marketed it somewhere.
I think maybe the internet found her.
Yeah.
But you get the the ads find you sometimes.
For sure.
But I don't know
Yeah.
how that maybe came about, but we just thought it was too much fun to not do that one project.
Yeah.
And then fast forward here, it's been maybe almost a year. Now we've got all sorts of different things.
Yeah. I love it. Well, so the shop is one of my has always been one of my favorites as far as like branding.
Oh,
and
you
stuff.
stop. You stop.
You
stop.
And David Arntz is the best one of them all.
Yeah, there it is. Thank you.
But no, I've always been a sucker for marketing. Right? You go into especially when I first moved out here in 2008, you didn't have these like really cool shops, right? I didn't know about Tops, here in Tempe, so it was like bigger places. So you're having to choose from so many. So the can art always stood out, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So when the shop comes on the scene from day one, I'm like, dude, this is, first of all, just cool tap room, and then just the full package. So to see your guys' stuff on there, it makes sense, right? Because I know these guys as well, and they're more pizza tigers than they like to admit, always have been.
Yeah.
There's a
In
pizza
my
tiger
heart.
inside all of us.
In my heart, there's a pizza tiger.
Yeah.
So so your company's based out of Denver?
Yes.
Are you from Denver originally?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Nice. We're at like what's
Denver
what was-
proper.
Okay.
So I live in the 5 Points neighborhood.
Okay.
You guys probably know it as Rhino.
Okay. Yeah.
Our warehouse is in the South Broadway district, the Baker neighborhood. And then we opened up our first brick and mortar on Larimer Square.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very cool. Well, how did you get into
Into fashion?
Yeah. I can.
Oh,
I
geez.
know in my heart why, but I want to hear you explain it.
I've always been into fashion since I was a little kid.
Okay.
I was dressed ridiculously. I always looked for like a matching short combo. That
Okay.
was kind of my steez
Yeah.
back in elementary school. But the way the brand started is actually through hip hop music.
Okay.
Yeah, so I used to be a rapper. Guess maybe I still am a little bit. I don't know. But we went on our first tour, and I lost a little bit of money. And I said, "Well, this sucks.
Yeah.
Don't want to do that again."
Yeah. What was your rap name? Was it
B Rex actually.
B-Rex.
Yeah.
I like that. Did you know that?
I'm learning a lot of things right now.
Is there any? Are you on Spotify or YouTube or MySpace or anything
No,
like
all
that?
of our music got scrubbed, actually.
Man.
We got in a little bit of a legal battle with one of our producers. He wanted a egregious amount of money, and so we just said, screw it, scrapped it all.
B-Rex out, man.
And B-Rex was
Mic
out,
drop.
dude. That was it. And then we put all of our focus into Be Fresh. But yeah, the way it started was losing money on that tour and saying we're not going to do that again.
Yeah.
So I just kind of started, looking around. How can I make more money in the music industry? And merchandising came top of mind. But the approach was always different.
Okay.
I was in a group called High Five. And I didn't want the merch to be High Five related, mainly because there were 6 of us. If you've ever been in a band,
But who's counting?
Dude, but that's the best. I don't know if you've seen their sticker with the,
hold on.
fist bump.
Okay, 5 on stage, and then we had a manager.
Okay,
so that's why there was 6 in High Five. Yeah, it's pretty funny. Anyway,
A reservation for 6.
yeah.
High five.
If you've ever been in
you
a
crazy.
band, you always have a couple guys who are kind of dead weight.
Okay.
So I didn't want to split the money with them. And then I also had this angle of, all right, well, when you go to a music venue, all the bands that you see are selling merch that is directly related to their band.
Sure.
I was kind of like, I think these people might want to buy something that's like, like the opener, their fans might not want to buy High Five stuff.
Sure.
So how can I sell them something?
Yeah.
So I never made it about the actual band. I kind of created this brand.
Yeah.
And High Five's music was very golden era, like boom bap hip hop.
Okay.
So the Be Fresh branding fit right hand in hand with it. That's kind of how it got started.
And how long ago was this?
This is 2012.
2012. Okay.
Yep. So I was selling at venues at our merch table, and then I started Be Fresh with $5,000 and was very frugal, very frugal minded in the early years. So I would just like go and pop up outside of music festivals, like under a street lamp with a collapsible table,
Nice.
like out of the trunk type of stuff.
Yeah. What kind of car did you have? Because that's important, right? Like I sold like multi-line phones out of my '88 Cadillac DeVille
Nice.
Ooh,
to
baby.
like rural like hair salons and shit in Ohio. It was
That'll
very grateful
that'll
for
teach
what I
you
do.
something.
Yeah, so
You'll
I'll
learn
do-
a lot.
Learned a lot. Yeah.
I had a '99 Camry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, it's probably still right.
No, long gone. long
Someone's
gone.
still driving that thing. That thing is not.
It will never die.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So you're just setting up wherever you see like kind of people got like high traffic areas or whatever.
Like Snowball Music Festival used to be at Mile High Stadium.
Okay.
Couldn't afford a booth at the time. It was
Yeah.
like $2,000. So I would just set up a collapsible table right at the entrance as people would come and go. The only thing I really had to have was a peddler's license.
Okay.
From
I was
the
going to
city
ask
of
if
Denver.
that was it.
Yeah,
You could
that
like
was
do
it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So why didn't more people do that? It's just like more of a hustle and
Because
like,
it's
kinda hard.
intimidating.
Yeah.
It's scary shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's another one of those things that you'll learn a lot about yourself doing it.
Sure.
I look back on that and it's like, we made some money, but really getting to know yourself and getting out of your comfort zone like that.
Yeah.
Putting yourself out there.
Yeah.
A lot of artists that, are very talented, but they never do anything because they're intimidated. They don't want to put themselves out there like that.
Yeah.
So that was kind of the genesis of everything. Just
Yeah.
like, let's be uncomfortable and see where this takes us.
Yeah. I dig that you kept like kind of kind of staying on the path of sorts, right? Like, because you like the music industry, and we have a local guy named. Have you ever met Gabo? From
Correction.
Fayuca?
I do not like the music industry.
Yeah. Well, maybe there was something about it, right? Like that you kind of took, right? Like the merchandise
I
side
love
of it.
music. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, for sure. Okay, that's, I guess, what I
pursuing
meant,
that
yeah.
as a career is, it's a privilege. It's a dream.
Yeah.
But then you get involved in the music industry and you say, "Wow, this sucks. These people are terrible."
Well, so there's have you met Gabo from Fayuca? Like the local band Fayuca. These dudes are pretty badass, but he's has just been in the industry. Like local band, they tour nationally. I mean, they go to like all the way to Florida and stuff. But it's not like that dream of okay, we're gonna make it huge and we can hit like Europe and all this and just rolling money the rest of the year. So he's had to find ways of staying doing the things that he likes, but not having to completely be like, all right, screw this, I got to do something else. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
and that's 99% of all professional musicians.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you got to have some sort of side hustle.
Yep.
Because people don't realize, like, for 99%, the money is not insanely good.
Right.
And it's
Right.
a lot of work.
Yeah.
And if you've ever toured, it takes a total. It's it'll put some miles on your body for sure.
I couldn't imagine. I
Yeah.
couldn't imagine. Like, I stayed at a nice hotel for a night. I'm like, this isn't my bed, my fan. It's not here. It's not even my pillow.
Yeah.
You know, I would not travel well. Yeah.
Eating was the toughest part for me.
Oh, really?
Just
Just eat
real
garbage.
easy to just eat. Yeah, straight garbage for like 2
Beef
weeks
jerky
straight.
and Red Bull at the gas station.
Go hit a Buc-ee's.
Oh,
You guys
I've
familiar
heard-
with Buc-ee's?
I've heard about them. I've heard legends.
It's a gas station
Yeah.
chain in the South, and they're known for their brisket sandwiches and their beef jerky.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's from Texas. Next time you're down there, go to Buc-ee's.
And they've got they have 250 gas pumps.
Yeah,
It's like massive.
It's like a
massive
huge
places.
it's like a Walmart type of deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. My buddy's from Texas, so when he goes back and visits family, he'll bring my daughter's high socks with Buc-ee's logo on them and stuff.
Yep.
They actually
They
have pretty
merchandise.
cool merch.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. What about beer? Obviously growing up in Denver, Denver's
Yeah.
a legendary beer scene. So were you into beer?
So I've been drinking beer since I was 12.
Okay. All right. Nice. Nice.
Don't know if that's something to be proud of or
I
not.
was gonna say, why the late start? I'm from Ohio, right?
Yeah, no, I've always been big into beer. Growing up, my dad and my grandma were always drinking beer.
Okay.
They're from Pennsylvania, so it was big Yingling family.
Yeah. What part of Pennsylvania?
Dairy. It's
Dairy,
right
is
out.
that-
It's a small town right outside Latrobe, and actually that's where Falling Rock was from.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So
I'm sorry, Rolling Rock.
Rolling Rock. Yeah. So
from Latrobe.
I grew up about 2 hours from there.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Cool.
I'm familiar with that area.
Western
so,
PA. Let's
yeah,
go.
Dude.
Yeah.
I lived in Ohio. So how weird is this?
Oh, okay.
Lived in Ohio, right on the border. Our town, one side of our town was State Line Road. So you had to drive 3 minutes across the border to get Yingling. Yingling would not distribute to Ohio.
Yeah, and now they won't go west of the Mississippi.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that was some of my earliest memories of beer, and I think what really caught my attention and made me think, oh, this is special.
Yeah.
My grandma, my dad moved to Denver right before I was born, and my grandma used to ship us. It was this pizza joint called Joey O's. They were
Okay.
famous for sweet crust.
Yeah.
And she would ship my dad Joey O's pizza and Yingling beer.
Really.
Yeah, and I'd see
How
it
do you-
arrive in the mail and be like, oh wow, got some Yinglings.
Yeah. And that's shipping a pizza across the country.
She would ice pack it.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
overnight ship
incredible.
it. Yeah,
That
every
is-
Christmas.
Yeah.
Got the Joey-O's pizza. I wonder if they even know, because it's a testament to their pizza.
Is it still in business?
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
hit
it's
it up
still
next
there.
time back
It's still
home.
there.
Yeah, yeah. So all right, so beer. You always enjoy beer. Craft beer as well, in Denver.
So the way the brand merged with the beer space was Great American Beer Festival.
Okay.
Happens right in our backyard in Denver.
Yep.
I believe it's the nation's largest beer festival. And
Yeah.
it's just, it's being a kid in a candy shop.
Yeah.
And 2017, so here's a quick sidestep. 2012 is when the brand was formed.
Okay.
I didn't know my ear hole from my asshole from 2012 to about 2017.
Okay. All right.
2017 is when we became like a business.
All right.
Started paying taxes.
Okay.
And paying attention.
You became a business in the eyes of the government.
Yeah. So 2017, now we can afford a booth. Bought one at GABF, about $5,500.
Okay.
One of the best events that we do. And I hired out. The way they do it is they do a Thursday session, a Saturday or a Friday session, and then 2 sessions on Saturday.
Okay.
I hired out the evening session on Saturday so I could go and have some fun.
Yeah.
And I was just kind of going around tasting beers at different breweries, and Left Hand is the ones who kicked it off. They complimented me on my fanny pack.
Yeah.
And in a drunken spiel, I was like, oh, you know what? We could make some Left Hand fanny packs. And
Yeah.
that was, boom, Left Hand fanny packs happened.
Nice.
You know?
Nice. Okay. So doing your kind of style merch with in collaboration with.
Yep, we do it. We work with a lot of breweries.
Okay.
And so GABF it's great for direct to consumer sales, but really it's turned into a trade show for us.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's really cool. And is that where you met them?
No,
No, it was some.
Oh, you were telling. Yeah.
I
You were-
imagine it was
was-
quite a time later. But
it was Mike. Mike was doing his job. He was
Yeah.
shooting ads out there.
Yeah.
It was the Mike to Mike connection.
Mike to Mike and Mike over here. Mike,
Yeah.
nice work. And
Be
then-
Fresh Mike
and then Michael
landed
and your
on
wife, yeah.
the shop Mike's page,
Yeah.
and she reached out for custom visor shades.
Yeah.
Yep. And then, as Dave said, it was a one-off project. But given our penchant for beer fests, we decided to drive out in February of this year for the Strong Beer Festival.
Okay.
Not a whole lot happening in Denver in February.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
we were like, hey, screw it, let's hit the road, see what's out there.
Yeah.
And anytime we're perfecting what we call drunk retail.
Okay.
That's our bread and butter.
I like that.
So anytime there's like a couple thousand people,
Yeah.
and there's potential that they're drunk,
Yeah.
Be Fresh go make some money.
Wherever there is injustice in this world, Be Fresh will be there.
That's it.
I like that.
The Three
But-
Musketeers over here.
But
The
that's
Three Amigos.
brilliant, though. That's a different psychology, right? That there's no textbooks about that, right?
No,
there needs to
there's
be
not.
a
And
degree in that.
It's
you know?
really an area that's been overlooked by most other fashion brands.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So yeah, we jump right in, we crack some brewskis,
Yeah.
and we peddled the visor shades and the fanny packs.
Yeah.
But yeah, we were at Strong. I reached out and said, hey, what's up, guys? We're going to be down there. You know, I'd love to check out the brewery, come hang out, whatever.
Yeah.
So we did, and at the beer fest, I was wearing our Pizza Tiger Pearl Snap, and Dave commented on it.
Yeah.
Just like Left Hand with the fanny packs.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, man, that's a rad shirt.
Yeah.
You
So you were just
That's
in
a really
attendance?
rad shirt.
Like you were just in
No, we had a
like-
booth.
Okay.
Yeah.
At Strong Beer.
At Strong Beer.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Gotcha. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So yeah, we drove out, popped up our shop, and then yeah, I was just doing one of my rounds and caught Dave's attention. He said,
Yeah.
"Hey, let's make a beer out of that shirt." And I said, "Don't lie to me, Dave. Don't pull my leg here. This is a
How
special
many times
moment."
I've heard this? Yeah.
Because I knew they were going to be there, so I was keeping my eye out, and
Yeah.
I was expecting just sunglasses.
Sure.
You know, I was like, oh, what else? You know, what else is in the lineup? And I saw anything. I mean, they had the sunglasses and stuff, which was kind of fun, but
Yeah.
they had like that represented maybe 5% of what they were showing off, and
Yeah.
I'm like, it's the same kind of fun energy throughout a lot of the product mix, and I'm like, I had no idea the breadth of all the things you're working on.
Yeah.
And literally the shirt he's wearing, I'm like, I just kept coming back to it. I'm like, that's just, I can't get over how rad that is,
Right.
and how
Yeah.
fun, you know, and how fun, and you know, it's one of those pieces where you look at it and you're like, what are you up to? Like, you must be
Yeah.
having fun all day,
Yeah.
because that's
Yeah.
just too much.
It-
That's
it
too.
stops
I won't say ridiculous. I just mean, you know, like unapologetically fun. You know.
Well, it
And,
seems like, yeah.
Well, we just started giggling about the whole damn thing, and you know, it was about I don't know, not even 10 minutes later. It's like, okay, I got a fully formed idea here on how we can make this work.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all I need to know is when you want to come back to Phoenix.
Yeah.
So we waited until it was 100 degrees.
100. The first time I'm watching the weather. Yes.
And now we got 4-way stretch shirts that
Yeah.
are moisture wicking with
Right.
the Pizza Tiger on
Oh,
it.
dude, full
And,
circle.
and a beer can with the Pizza Tigers on it.
Yeah.
And a beer.
Inside the can.
Inside
Right?
the can,
Right.
there's actual
We
beer
packed
in there.
most of the beer inside the
Yep.
can.
Yeah. The depth of this project
And
just.
it does not taste like pizza and tigers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think it was brewed with pizza or tigers. was
No,
it?
no pizzas were harmed.
Nobody really knows what the two of those
No
taste
tiger
like
parts in the
combined,
beer? Okay.
though.
Yeah.
A little bit, so you know it's real. Yeah.
No, it's the beer that the Pizza Tiger would drink.
yeah. There we go. I
2
like that.
a.m.
I like that.
Chowing down a slice of Zaw.
Yeah.
That's your beer.
It's a West Coast.
It's a West
with
Coast.
heather tips, as I would expect.
Yeah. Yeah. Well.
What are heather tips? Like, what are? I dig it, but I don't even know what it is.
Well, so it's just meant for a little bit of a floral note on the
Okay.
nose.
Okay.
So they take Eminem's, you know, his white tipped hair, and they dunk his head in the vat. and you get the
Eminem.
heather-
Okay.
You get the heather
E-M-M.
tips. Yeah.
Okay.
No,
Gotcha. All right.
So the heather, it's a, I mean, it's actually quite a popular finishing adjunct, but I mean, it's more maybe commonly known in like summer variants on a Scottish amber.
Okay.
So like seasonal variations, you could find it there more commonly.
Okay.
It's really mild in its presentation, and in here we have just enough for it to be kind of fun and add, an accessory in terms of like the floral qualities. I think we're pretty accustomed to citrus or tropical forward like hop flavors, and
Sure.
I think the hop breeding programs have just gotten so robust, and the suppliers are doing such an amazing job. But it does seem like brewers are pushing the envelope in expressing those tropical and citrus.
Yeah.
And no less fun and no less delicious is the floral qualities. but we're just not seeing those as much in these styles of beer that we're doing it really heavily hopped. So this one is really meant to be sort of middle of the road bitterness.
Okay.
We did pack like an offensive amount of hop in here.
Okay.
And so, it kind of ranges from, I wouldn't call it clear beer, but we were kind of anticipating that, though.
Yeah.
It kind of ranges, not quite hazy, but not quite clear. And really meant to be kind of a summertime companion for all the pizza you can jam in your gullet,
Dang. Full circle, man.
Full circle.
Full circle. It's called
This
marketing.
guy. It's called
That's
marketing.
marketing.
You ever read it?
And if you're an intuitive
Speaking of-
tiger, you can fit pizza, a slice of pizza, and a Pizza Tiger beer in your fanny pack.
Yes.
Oh, dude. I like the fit because that's leather, like with the gold,
It's pleather.
with the beef fresh. Even better.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Even
But yeah, there's
better.
four pockets, and the biggest pocket is in the back, right? We
Okay.
Call that the concert pocket.
Okay.
Nobody looks back there, right?
Sure,
So if
sure.
you want to get your slice of za and a Pizza Tiger beer into the venue, go for it.
That's how you do it.
That's how you do it.
That's how you
You
do
need
it.
a
You can't do
square
that.
slice of pizza.
Can't do that with Gucci. Right? No.
You'll ruin your bag.
Yeah.
You know?
You're not going to ruin a good Gucci bag.
Yeah. So you got shorts here. I was going to hold it up for the camera, but I just got real awkward with it. But you got here, Dave. Why don't you?
Oh, yeah, I'm going to put on my one piece.
You don't have to put it on. Just
I
display it.
can't
This
even
is,
describe for you how impressed I am with how these came out.
so you did these.
Yes.
Obviously, yeah, dude. Those are fantastic, and it's reversible. This
Yep.
is for you just listening in the audio version. There's you'll see on the. You got probably have it up on your shop soon in the tap room.
Yeah, well, I'm sort of currently holding up a throwback
Oh, yeah.
Think Baywatch from the old Baywatch. Yeah, swimsuit, swim apparel, got hats, shirts, the whole
The
deal.
shorts, church music shorts.
Shirts. Who would have thought? You
Never
know,
in my life. I never
really
really
feel
thought.
like
Sorry about
I've-
the breath I just blew in your face.
breath I blew. Well,
It was a fresh
We're gonna
one.
need a
It was
plastic
fresh.
shield
Yeah,
over here.
yeah.
But I never thought in all my long years
Yeah.
that we'd end up with beer-themed swim trousers.
But it makes sense though, right? Once you see it, it's like, why didn't this happen sooner,
We
right?
should have done this sooner.
Yeah. No, I dig it. I dig it. So when you were at Strong Beer, I'm sure their booth kind of drew you in as well, right?
Oh,
They
yeah.
had like robots. And,
They had the DJ going.
Yeah.
They had the robotic arm
yeah,
swinging about.
that was pretty impressive.
And they consistently had the party.
yeah,
There's,
yeah.
30, 40 people consistently at the booth.
I had to watch it because we could see where you guys were at, but we were at our booth, so I was like, be cool to be over there.
Yeah.
We'll just next time we'll just pick up your booth.
Yeah.
And you just start walking
I
toward
like
us.
like old school, like Benny Hill. Like I have it, like I act like nobody's in it, and I walk around. Dude, there's an
There
idea.
it is. There it is. Write that down.
So yeah,
Like
the
that
energy
spot.
was there, and the beer's there too.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we got Pizza Tiger. This is coming. This is out probably by the time this episode's out. I'll put this out in about 2 months. So. I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna
2
put it
months.
out in 2 months. Nobody laughed. I'm
Really
like, shit. I had to
appreciate
explain that. No, no.
Thought you were really ahead of the game.
Yeah. I should have told you that. But no. So you guys are gonna have. How much did you make of this? How much is gonna be available, and where's it gonna be, and all the fun stuff. Dylan,
So-
come on up. Dylan.
Welcome to the
party,
Dylan.
Thank you.
What's up, buddy?
So for this guy, we're gonna have about 50 cases of this. We'll keep in house.
Okay.
4 packs.
Nice.
And then we'll have it on draft. We're gonna start doing next week is kick it out to some of the usual suspects around town.
Okay.
So we're
nice.
gonna kind of hand pick the accounts where we want this to be.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna run it ourselves outside of Hensley. So that way we can kind of tell the story, make sure that they know the connection to Be Fresh.
Yeah.
And really try and focus on a few accounts to make sure that, these guys' brand, gets out there, the story gets told, and then
Yeah.
hopefully it expands, their business. And for us, it's been kind of a fun season to take our collaboration efforts and take it to the next step
Hell yeah.
in terms of apparel.
Yes.
Meeting people that are in a craft-esque world,
Yeah.
right? Something unique, something different change of pace.
Yeah.
And then just combining that over a beer and then exchanging ideas. And then I think it's our job to tell that story. Because the support local, the shop small, it's really important.
For sure.
I mean,
Hell
it's-
yeah.
that's how we make our money. and it's what we like to do, and it's super fun. So
yeah, for sure.
It seems like the more obnoxious we get, the more vibrant we try to be.
I've
people like
that.
it. I mean, people like it.
Yeah,
You know,
for sure.
It's a wild thing, and we just keep seeing this over and over. Of you know, if we believe that this beer is representation of like two unique brands coming together to create something, well, we need to make sure it's in the hands of people that get that concept.
For sure. Appreciate it. And can, for sure. Because, I mean, this is him completely expressing himself combined with you guys, like, right, everything that you guys do. I think, you know, I've known you guys too personally, like knowing that how much of you are in this brand, you know, into the brand of the shop. And I assume, you know, I see the same with you, you know, with Be Fresh. And that's,
if you fake the funk, people will know.
Yeah, they will. Yes, they will, dude. You got it.
You got the zingers today, bro.
But it's just natural. Like that's what I love. It's just who you are, man. Like
but it's so true. Like if you're just yourself,
for sure.
You know,
Yep.
you will not ever be anxious or scared about presenting your work because it's who you are.
For sure.
You know, and
Good thing you have a good self.
No, thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks, though.
Yeah.
We had a good conversation yesterday about how, like when you double down on the shit that you want to do.
Yeah.
You know, because sometimes you feel guilty for it.
Sure.
You're like, oh, is anybody going to buy this?
Yeah.
And then because you're like, it's like my guilty pleasure. So there's no way I can have my cake and eat it too.
Yeah.
But then when you actually do it, you find out that like, wow, people are way more receptive to the shit that I want to do than when I force a project. And it's like, you know what, I'm not really in love with this, and it's like nobody loves it either.
Yeah. Yeah. I dig that. I dig that one. And I assume probably the same with these guys, right? I always assume, you know, so growing up in, you know, Steel City, right? It was just like if you start your own business, the only question you have was, are people going to like it, right? Landscaping, whatever it is, like, are people going to like it? So I always had that mindset where now when you see, you know, like the shop, it's not a matter of people are going to like it. It's going to be like, can you keep up? Right? You got something that's badass. Like, cool. People love it. Keep up.
It's just about figuring out how to grow and scale at that point.
Yeah. And, I mean, I dig it, man. I dig it. So
we keep laughing that we can't believe we get to do the things that we do, and that's work. That's
yeah.
Well, we were kind of talking yesterday about sort of in the same theme about, you know, are you being, when you come up with an idea and you just can't stop laughing when you're trying to tell someone what you're working on.
Beautiful.
You know? Yeah. And you go, okay, but is it irresponsible?
Yeah.
You know,
at
some point you go, okay, well, you know, I gotta not completely go off the reservation here.
Yeah.
But then, you know, if you're having fun, it does convey, and those tend to be some of the projects that are most rewarding to us.
Yeah.
And so learning to trust that instinct of like Brian's saying, I mean, what an absolute treasure it is. It's like if you can do something that even scares yourself a little bit.
Sure.
And you know, you can do something ridiculous, but very fun spirited.
Yeah.
And then instead of it being you know, silly, it's becomes what we get to spend all of our time doing. So.
Yeah.
Still silly, but
still silly. That's the heart of it, right? Awesome. Like,
it makes a lot of fun to keep going. I mean, these little art projects are just what we live for. We just love doing it.
Yeah.
And so for everything that Dave and I just said, all the people listening, this is the sound of success.
That was beautiful, dude. I'm selling that to like
That's
to
it,
the,
guys.
you know, to the what do they call that? The places that sell like music, copyrighted music. Like that's gonna be I'm making money off of that thing.
Put your pants on one leg at a time, just like everybody else.
That's right, dude.
But then you crack a beer,
Yeah.
and that's your work. That's your hard work paying off.
Is this day 2 here in Arizona?
This is day 2.
Is this the start of day number
This
2?
is day 2.
Like I saw the transformation of your enjoying
Probably
the
beer
beer.
15.
Oh, that's great.
So-
well, cheers, guys.
Yeah.
Cheers to you guys. I've thought this a few times throughout the throughout the episode, and you saying that kind of brings it full circle. Is that we all of us have those jobs of like, wouldn't it be cool? Like, wouldn't it be cool if we had a brewery that had like a really cool tap room? Wouldn't it be cool if I could just fucking eat food and drink beer and talk about it on the microphone? Right? Wouldn't it be cool if I could make this? But you know, there's that vision, but can you execute on it? Right? Because there's so much of it behind the scenes that's
You
brutal.
don't get to hear a beer crack like that without hearing some bullshit.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
It's the the growth, you know, from 2012 to 2022. Like there's
Yeah.
a lot of hard years in there, and I'm sure Dave can attest as well.
Yeah. Well, I heard a lot of similarities when he was talking about popping up, having a pop up outside of the entrance. I think of, beer festivals or going and doing a tasting at somewhere, right? Like you guys hitting the streets. It's a lot of similarities, I feel.
Oh man, for years, yeah, we would deliver our first kegs in the back of my pickup truck. Dylan and I would load up 4 kegs, and it's like, all right, we're not coming back to the brewery until these 4 are gone.
There you go.
And I still hold on. Don't mean to interrupt, but I thought about this the last time I was here. Every time I see that truck, I think Dylan's going to be in it. Like I always think, and because I see, I see it around, and I always think that Dylan's going to be in it. But anyway, so go ahead.
Yeah, well, it was just the humble nature of kind of trying to do what you want to do, and when there's no budget and there's no whatever, it's just like, okay, well, I'm just not going to stop. I want to move this product, and so some days we'd load the car and not know where we were going. It's like we just got to, our version of door to door just till we get the product moved.
Slinging phones out of a Cadillac, dude.
Yeah,
that's a beer name. That's a beer name.
Yeah. But I think that's just what you do when you're like, this is what I want to do, and it's what needs to get done today, and then you keep going. I think so. Sometimes you look back at that and explain away maybe the humble beginnings, but I see as the good stuff.
For sure.
When you want to do something that bad, you're willing to just get in your car and go and sell your stuff. It's like
with excitement.
right?
It
wasn't bad. It was fun.
Yeah.
It was fun to see if we could.
Yeah.
And
to that point, making money is cool, and like most people equate that with, if you're making money, then you've made it.
Yeah.
I think what you're talking about, Dave, though, like that's the moment when you actually have made it.
Yeah.
When you have made the decision to say, hey, I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna figure this the fuck out.
Yeah.
That's really when you've made it.
Yeah.
When you've kind of, you've worked through your own BS.
Sure.
And you're like, all right, I'm comfortable enough that I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I like that.
Yeah.
I feel like in my case, my wife saw that before I did, right? Because I'm the one stressed. I'm like, all right, I quit this, this job that I had to go to like zero, right?
Yeah.
To kind of to negative, right? In some cases where, but she was just like, hey, are you like, yeah, you're killing it. Like you're doing these great things. Like you're doing awesome. I'm like, yeah, but and once again, go back to that Steel City mentality. Like what's the bank account saying? Like what did you track your hours? How many hours are overtime? And it's a whole different mindset that, I've had to kind of wrap my head around. And luckily I have a business partner. These guys know Luke. He's like, could be my son age wise, but he's like my dad. I'm like, hey, Luke, I have a question about this. But to have that business side combined with the vision side, and all that. I don't know. I was going with that, but full circle. This is a great beer.
That was one hell of a segue.
That was one hell of a segue. Yes, good beer.
So, what? Anything else in the works for you guys combined as a brand?
Well, yeah. So this weekend. We'll be showing off kind of these combo apparel things. I mean, the spirit of craft that we've enjoyed when it comes to the liquid is the exact same. It's the exact same approach and energy and the craft ethos, but it just happens to be an apparel.
Yeah.
So we've got some combo projects. So it's like we did our thing with the beer. He's doing his thing with the swimwear and with hats and everything else. And so we just kind of love seeing those two elements get shown together, which is pretty cool. Then we've got other ongoing things in the pipeline, which will kind of dole out over time.
Who knows? This might be an annual thing.
There you go.
I dig it. Denver's not too far.
For the Pizza Tiger, we have like for the actual artwork that's on the Pizza Tiger can.
Yeah.
For this release, we have a 5-panel hat, which is sitting right here.
Yeah, nice.
Bucket hats, which are on the delivery truck right now.
All right.
They'll be here by 4:30.
Nice.
I believe. it's legit, the world of logistics. And then we also have a 4-way stretch button-down shirt that is a split color, just like the can.
Okay.
Pretty cool stuff.
Nice. Mm-hmm. Very cool. And so what about Be Fresh as a brand? Like what's in the near future for you guys?
What's in the future for us? We are working on expanding our second warehouse in Florida right now.
Oh, Florida. Okay.
Yeah, we do very well in Florida.
Yeah.
We just got back from, it's the nation's largest amateur volleyball tournament. It's called FUDS. If you've ever been down there, there's a bar called Fud Puckers.
Okay.
It's in Destin, Florida. But they sponsor this big old volleyball tournament. So we go there and we spend like 5 days with a pop-up shop on the beach.
Yeah.
Make way too much money and have way too much fun.
Yeah.
So one of our employees, David, his son lives in Orlando. So we're relocating him to St. Pete, Tampa.
Okay.
Yeah. So there'll be a whole bunch of beef fresh hitting the Florida market in person pretty soon.
That's awesome. But you guys have a expansive store as well, right?
Yeah. So if you're ever in Denver, historic Larimer Square, we've got a 2,000 square foot retail location there. Come in. There's a Street Fighter video game. There's N64. We always got like the Billy Blanks and Jane Fonda workout videos going on. There's a putting green. We like to have some fun.
Yeah.
And I think we're gonna be getting some beer in the store. You can't buy it there, but we have pint glasses. You can buy the pint glass.
Nice.
Come in the back. I'll fill it up for you.
Go find the guy with the short shorts and the fanny pack.
That's it.
Right?
Find the guy with the short shorts and the fanny. I'll fill up your beer for you. All right?
I'll fill that glass for you for sure. That's awesome. Dude, have you? I thought about this. There's a guy in Tucson that does. I think he had a Netflix show too. Have you ever seen that guy?
Oh yeah, he's got
Red-haired guy, looks like John C. Reilly, kind of. What is it? Slobby Robbie.
Yeah, I know Slobby Robbie.
You know Slobby Robbie?
I know of him.
You know of him, okay. Yeah, he's an interesting guy.
I didn't know he was from Tucson.
Yeah, his place is in Tucson. I'm 98% sure. Once again,
He's got a store?
The memory of my last memory. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, he does. I'm
Memory
pretty
of
sure
my
he
last-
does.
You know, one store I do want to check out, Baseballism. Have you
What
guys
is
been
that?
there?
No.
It's in Scottsdale. It's like just a throwback homage to baseball store.
Yeah.
A lot of cool stuff in there. I saw a guy is actually at Strong Beer Festival is how I found out about it. He was wearing we have we call it our Tecmo line.
Yeah.
So it's the greatest athletes from the 90s.
Yeah.
For baseball, we currently offer King Griffey.
Okay.
It's a Seattle hat.
Yeah.
I saw a dude wearing it was a shirt that had the silhouette of Griffey's head and it just said the kid on it and he was blowing a bubble with his bubble gum.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, I gotta get that. Where'd you get that?
Yeah.
Told me it's like baseballism.
Baseballism.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
And they have like 700,000 followers on Instagram, so they seem pretty big.
18 minutes from here.
There we
Really?
go.
Dang, right there. He's going to start going on a tour, man.
Yeah, I
Load
might
him
have to
up
go hit
with,
up
you
baseball.
know,
I might be going to get a King Griffey shirt after this pod.
Well, it's cool because there's, we've kind of realized, or at least me, I've realized kind of our role in this whole ecosystem, right? Is, you guys make great stuff, right? Beer, merchandise, restaurants make good food, and people want that. Mm-hmm. But for some reason, there's a gap, right? There's a gap of like people that are, this right down the street. They're like, man, I want to find a place that has this, this, and this. What's like right there? You just don't know it, So being that connection and kind of, I don't know, I guess kind of bringing it all into focus is, I don't know where I was going with that.
We're taking back the market share from the corporations, because for a long time, that's all that was dominating the marketing space was giant corporations. So to me, it's no wonder that most people are limited in their way of thinking about decisions.
Sure.
I want some new clothes. Well, a couple years ago, it was like, you go to Sears, go to the mall, hit up the JCPenney catalog.
Yeah.
Now it's like, there's 100,000 stores online. There's local brick and mortars.
Yep.
Craft fairs everywhere.
Yep. And a market for it, right? There's a market. People want to, people will pay. They'll pay a premium for.
Small business is alive and well, I'd say.
For sure. Yep.
Well, and it's just more fun.
They're so much fun.
I mean, I think that's it's a fun question that we kind of ask ourselves around here all the time. It's like, are we having as much fun as is possible? And every time we start asking ourselves that question, we find ways to have more fun. And it's like it's a great pattern to be in. And like with these guys, they're just so visually expressive.
Yeah.
And they're having a ton of fun. And these nostalgic pieces that they touch on it's just like every time you're like, yep, I like that one.
Yep.
Yep, I like that.
Yeah, for sure.
And and it makes your days more enjoyable. You can have more fun. Yeah.
I recently heard the best definition of success I think I've ever heard, and it ties into what you're saying. Success is not about how much time you spend doing what you love. It's about how much time you don't spend doing what you hate.
I like that.
So if you just approach everything with, I want to have fun today.
Yeah.
But man, that's success.
Yeah. I'm with you, man.
Get the bag, dude.
Yeah.
Have fun. Get the bag.
All right, that's it. I'm buying a fanny pack today.
Yeah, that's it right there. Go to.
All right. I'm buying the fanny pack.
That's the special sauce to life, ladies and gentlemen. It's stored
Need
in
a
one of these 4
nostalgic
pouches.
quote on the inside pocket.
Oh, that's great. Well, guys, thanks for making the time. I know you guys both have a lot going on, so I won't be able to make it tomorrow for the event.
Oh,
so
say it isn't so.
Yeah. So I'll take all of this with
Take
me
it
today. But no, the shop. What do you guys? I mean, right next door, things are expanding. What's on the horizon for you guys in the next?
Oh man,
year?
It's kind of more of, same, but different. We're up to our eyeballs working on different projects, and that's probably enough to talk about like a whole nother sit down.
Are you trying to convince me to come here and drink your
begging,
beer again?
actually. I'm
Come
begging.
on. All right.
But no, we got some fun things. I mean, it's going to take us a little while to get it to a place where we are able to share it. Invite people through and see what we're working on. But we will, definitely.
Yeah.
And working like hell to get some stuff done here through the summer.
Nice.
So yeah, hopefully what that means is more time to make more fun beer projects.
Hey man,
That's the
me.
hope, yeah.
I like fun and beer, so
these are
let
my
me
two
know.
favorite things.
Yeah,
And now fanny packs.
yeah. I can't I've tried. So my brother-in-law wears one, but he's like 6'5", 250, jacked, right? Like lean.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, like my legs are like this short, and like I look like a chimpanzee when I wear it. Like I can't wear
beautiful.
it. Can't do it.
You just gotta believe in yourself.
Yeah, there it is. He said it's.
I do.
Brother,
You know what? I do.
sounds like you're not having enough fun. Now open your heart up and have some fun.
Oh, man, I knew that was
Let
what I was
the
looking
fun
for.
in your heart.
Yeah.
All right, I dig it. Get me fitted. Get me fitted for a new fanny.